The one thing I absolutely love about being a notary public is that I get paid on the spot. As soon as I'm done with the appointment, I get those documents notarized. I'm going to get paid. I'm not going to leave until I get paid. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how I get paid as a notary public and how you can set up your own payment systems so that you don't have to wait net 30, net 40, 5, net 60, whatever it is. You will get paid upon receipt. And I will show you how to do all that, what systems I use, and how I get paid as a notary public in 2024. So, number one thing, the number one way that you will most likely get paid is through cash. But I have a few pointers that I have to make on that, okay? So, number one, make sure that you have some change with you, but not too much, because you don't want to go around carrying like all this cash with you to every single appointment, especially if you are a mobile notary. Even if you are an in-office notary like I am, it's just best to not carry so much cash with you, but have change in case someone wants to pay cash. The second point I want to make to that is, since you are not going to have a way to track the cash that you're getting, you have to put it into something that will track it. So put it into a bank account, whether it's a checking or a savings account. And I would recommend, coming from a friend, get a business account, because the business accounts will actually help you to like separate at the end of the year what you used for expenses like equipment, gas. When you start doing like specialty notary work, like for apostille, there are fees that you have to pay at the Secretary of State office. And at the end of the year, you don't want to get taxed on something that you didn't even keep, because those were business expenses. So when you have a business checking account, you're able to keep it completely separate from your personal phone bill, Netflix subscription, Hulu subscriptions, like gym memberships. All of that is on your personal. You should definitely find a way to keep your personal account separate from your business account. I'm telling you from experience, it will help out at the end of the year when you're doing taxes and you just give your statements to your tax person and you can figure out what your business expenses were, what was your actual, profit and the whole revenue of the business as a whole. The third pointer to that, if you only accept cash like from now on, when you decide that you want to either expand this business or just grow it a little bit more, it would be best if you have some sort of documentation that will let a lender or whoever, even with like buying a home, right? You have to let that other party know, look, this is how much I'm making and it's legit. And if you are just getting paid cash and you don't have anywhere to deposit this cash, it's going to be very hard for you to get approved for business loans and even for other things like in your personal life, like getting a home loan, a car loan. And if you will be doing cash, then you have to make sure, with anything that you're going to do, but especially with cash, you have to make sure that you leave them a receipt. And it's an actual rule. It's in your notary handbook. So you have to have an ability to leave a receipt if a customer is requesting a receipt. The second way that I get paid is through Zelle. And that's probably the second common way that people will ask you, hey, do you accept cash? Do you accept Zelle? Can I Zelle you? If you don't have Zelle set up, I would highly recommend that you get it set up or find something like it. If you're not going to do Zelle or for some reason you can't get it approved or anything, try doing Cash App. And if that doesn't work out, try doing Venmo. If that doesn't work out, try doing PayPal. So I have some backups for you, but the main one that you really want to do would be Zelle, because it'll be easy for them to just send it to your email, right? Like my email is linked to my Zelle and also my phone number. So whatever it is, they can Zelle you. And the best thing about this, Cash and Zelle, they don't have any fees associated with it. The other ones that I'll mention to you, they do have fees, like transaction fees. So with Zelle, you're going to get paid your full amount, and that's what you get paid, right? If you charge $135, you're going to get that $135. It also does not have the ability to leave a receipt. So you are going to have to find a way to, like I said, get physical receipts. You can just get a receipt book from Office Depot or Walmart, Target, wherever, and use that. You don't have to make these custom invoices and like the whole thing. A simple receipt book. How many did you do? 2 acknowledgments, 1 jurat, whatever it was, what was the total? And you just give them the receipt and you have a copy of that as well. You can do the same with Zelle payments. The third option that I do is through Stripe. And I love Stripe because I could charge a card, whether it's a debit card or a credit card, and I don't have to have that little, that little thing that goes attached on here. What's this thing called? Like the little device, the card reader. I don't have to do any of that. I just enter it onto my phone app. I have the Stripe app. I enter the card information and it gets charged. And at the same time, they will get emailed or by text message. They're going to get a receipt for this. And your Stripe account keeps account of all of this. At the end of the year, you can just print out the tax documents that you need and then have your tax person do your taxes. With Stripe, though, you are going to get charged a small transaction fee. So if you were to charge a signer $135, it doesn't mean that $135 is going to go entirely to you. It's probably going to be around $133, maybe $132, something like that. Because Stripe does take their little bit of a cut. There's no monthly fees to keep a Stripe account. So I think that's how they make their money, is through the transaction fees. But I would still recommend it to anyone because it's like my own little accounting system, and I can charge a credit card and I can charge just a Visa card. If for some reason someone doesn't have Zelle, Cash, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, then I have the Stripe account so that I could, physically charge their cards. All right, the fourth option is QuickBooks. But QuickBooks, apart from it having monthly fees, it also has transaction fees. And although I do think it's great for startups, I think that the first 3 options are better. And if I have to be completely honest with you, which let me be completely honest with you, I wouldn't do just Cash or just Zelle. I would do Stripe. And the reason why is because I am able to invoice in Stripe. I don't have to do any monthly fees to keep the, software going like QuickBooks. But at the same time, I'm not able to itemize things in Stripe down to the mileage if it was a mobile appointment, which kind of sucks. So QuickBooks does offer that because it has it's an entire accounting software. But you can also get paid through it. They have a bank account through them. If you don't have any business bank account, when you sign up to get the QuickBooks, you have that option to add one of their, I think it's through the Green Dot bank that they have. Green Dot is huge. It used to be not very well known, but now it is. So there's that. And I'm telling you this right now, it's not just signers that are going to ask you for a receipt. It's also going to be businesses, like business to business, or attorneys, lawyers, like your direct clients. They will also ask you to invoice them once the work is done or whatever it is. One of the number one tip you're going to get from this video is never, ever, ever put net 30, net 14, net 45, net whatever. What that means is you will not get paid until 14 days out after you send that invoice, 30 days out, 45 days out, or 60 days out. I don't know why anyone would do that. I guess it would make sense for their accounting. But for someone who's just starting off and you don't have payroll and all these huge business expenses, you don't really have to carefully allocate your money, because you're a one-woman show, you're a one-man show. Just focus on, you want to get paid today, right? Because I do. I always do. The one thing I put on my invoices, and when I am on the phone with them and I'm closing the call, closing the deal, it is always paid upon receipt. That means that when they receive this invoice, when they get this physical invoice, I need payment. I don't need payment in 7 days 14 days, I need payment today. The best thing about doing an invoice like that is that most people will agree to that. I feel like it might just be probably if you want to do loan signings, that's probably going to be something where it's net 14, net 30, or even more. But with general notary and working like with specialty notary work like apostille, or working with attorneys and, you know, just doing more like not loan signings is what I'm saying, then you will get paid pretty quickly. If not the same day, then definitely within a few days. I have not had anyone, like a direct client, tell me, I'll pay you in 7 days. It is always send me the invoice and I get paid right then and there. It's just loan signings that is going to take you a little bit longer to get paid, which is why I don't really know why anyone would want to start off with loan signings. You can make over $100 per signing without having to print documents or anything. And it's not loan signings. It's estate planning. It's just general notary work, you know, power of attorneys and grant deeds and quitclaim deeds and partial. There's so many other documents that you can notarize that will get you paid just as much as a loan signing and with so much less work and hassle. But anywho, before I end the video, I do want to recommend to you guys, this is not sponsored by them, but I use it and I absolutely love being able to get more bang for my money. I have a high yield checking account and a high yield savings account with SoFi. SoFi, they are like, they're really doing something out here. Their checking account is up to like a 2%, I believe, of interest back. So money that you already have in there sitting, right, just waiting to get used to pay the next bill or the rent or whatever, as it sits in your bank account, it's gaining interest. You're going to get credited back interest because you're keeping your money in that account. Bank of America does this and it's at a 0. Something ridiculous, something so dumb. I think it's 0.01 or 0.02. It's insane. But SoFi has something so much bigger than that. And so if you're interested, I'm going to leave my referral link below. I get a little something and you get a little something too. So to end the video, you guys, make sure you send your receipts out if you're being requested for one, and make sure that when you send your invoice, it is always paid upon receipt. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to email me and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Oh, also, before I let you go, if you're interested in a live notary workshop, I have one this Saturday. I'm going to leave that link below. It is super limited. I only have 9 spots left. So, and I don't know when's the next time I'm going to do one of these because schedule's very, very busy, but I want to help out a group of 10. There's only 9 spots left, and it's this Saturday at 8 a.m. So I'll see you there. Take care. Bye.